I don't know say I like him. They know say I love my baby. Everybody know say Blam D they know say. Everybody know say hey good boy I love my baby. Yali man we say you know say I love you no be like. You want chop banana, baby, you know say I love you, no be like. I love my baby, I love my baby. Shout out to my brothers, we say you know say I love you, no be like. You want chop banana, you want chop banana. Excel on the mix, I love you, no be like. I love my baby, I love my baby. Shout out to my brothers, we say you know say I love you, you want chop banana, you want chop banana. Excel on the way,
Hello, my family. Una Cabo. Welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network. This now is a special program where we don't decide for bring come to una today. Of course, in respect to the incident where it don't happen at Sierra Leone, since yesterday to today. Of course, when I order here, we don't see plenty social media outlets. Then the kind rain we don't count in Sierra Leone and the flooding we don't take place in the country, especially Freetown. It don't get a toll on the lives of Sierra Leoneans, and so. On behalf of Sherrick's Broadcast Network, we want to express condolences to the many lives that we don't lost in this flooding, and of course for also sympathize with the one that we lost property, we get injured in the process, and they go through distress and discomfort at this point in time. And so we get for spend some time now so for talk about some of the things that we're responsible for waiting to happen at Sierra Leone, and of course waiting could be the remedy for avoid this kind of problem from happening in the country again, because it's like this thing that happen almost every year for the past couple of years now. Every raining season in the country, flooding that happen, people that they lost their lives, and we don't know waiting the one that when our authorities then we don't do for try for address this issue. And so today Naya, so we get for talk plenty but this kind of situation, we get for talk about plenty Naya so today. So as we go along, we will play some cool music in the background. Of course, we get for get guests them, we get for join and I also for talk about all the situations where they take place in the country. So we want for me continue for check with Nayaso, continue for watch. For talk about all the situations where they take place in the country. So we want for me continue for check with Nayaso, continue for watch. For talk about all the situations where they take place in the country. So we want for me continue for check with Nayaso, continue for watch. For talk about all the situations where they take place in the country. So we want for me continue for check with Nayaso, continue for watch. Talk about all the situations where they take place in the country. So we want for me continue for check with Nayaso, continue for talk about all the situations where they take place in the country. So
I like what they say, I like what they do. Me and I go fair. What's got there by me, I go surely make them. Now that's not me prayer. Oh, once I know say me life they go on, say I go care. Oh, once I know say me life they go on, me and I go fair. Above I got heaven just to give me fame, and so many people then they complain. I gooly, I live my life easy. One day at a time, me I go kick my game high. Now who that go stop me? When me papa give me bulldozer for bulldozer on me enemy, yeah. Now who that way go stop me? Say I lift my hands up and thank Jehovah for giving me fame. Hey, I lift my hands up and thank Him over again. So give me coolie, one day at a time, oh. So coolie, one day at a time, oh. Troubles go come for me and no care. I like what they say, I like what they do. Me and no go fair. What's got there by me, I go surely make them. Now that's not me prayer. Oh, once I know say me life they go on, say I go care. Oh, once I know say me life they go on, me and no go fair.
One thing you follow, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so me family, just like I already tell you, of course, this very time, a very sad time for Sierra Leoneans all over the world, of course, especially for people back home. With the kind of thing we don't happen at the country, of course, it comes to we all as a dismay, of course, because almost every year this situation they happen at the country, and so we don't know waiting at the remedy, waiting at the solution where the authorities then as Sierra Leone don't put in place for able to avoid this kind of problem. And so now that we get for talk about Naya, so today we get some of we people that we get for joining Naya for talk about these issues. Of course, we get one of we sister on the line right now from the east coast of United States. Somebody we very, very care about Sierra Leone. And of course, he happened to be the public relations officer for the Coalition for Change in Sierra Leone. When I see for see Betty Foray. Hello, Betty. How you do?
I do fine, thank you.
That's good. That's good. Welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Of course, on this day, I don't know how you feel. Whosoever you day, I know say it's a sad day for you. So, what can you tell us about this day?
I tell you, after the Ebola crisis, this is not the saddest day in my life. I swear. As a journalist in a salon, I see war. I go war front one time. I see mayhem at in peak. But waiting happen so today in a salon. It just spoiled me one whole day. It make I feel so sad, I swear. And even though not a time for politics, I think say it's necessary for let politics come inside waiting happen so today. I seen on social media some people blame the government, some say no, not blame the government. This has happened since 1945, August 10. Mudslide take place in Charlotte. So imagine 72 years ago if that happened, we not for blame the government today. But me go blame the government today. You know why? This natural disaster, even United States not able to stop natural disasters. Russia not able, all the superpower then at the world not they stop natural disaster. Then are unstoppable rebels. But you know why make me go blame the country?
Right.
Because in Sierra Leone, people know they demonstrate. People know they condemn the government. The government are the superpower. They know why you read the people and voice, and then they do everything as they see fit.
Right.
And a government, not like a family. The president, now the father of the nation. If you, Papa, you then are also with your wife and you picking them, then you see something where go able for hurt you picking them. If you're not a good parent, you're able for stop that one day. You're able for get foresight. You're able for say, oh, this way they can happen. So I see me picking, they don't begin, they jump, they go never also they build a swinging pole up so place. It's risky. You go stop them. When I saw the government say for day. A true father of the nation for able for see them so and stop them in time before they happen. If the country be there, they allow civil society for let them express themselves willingly. Trust me, a lot of the things that way people let they do when alright, not before they happen. Because the public go there for stop them. But we can then as Sierra Leone, we not dumb followers. When people they want to jump the streets, the police then stop them. So the police then I go put this squarely on the head. I go put a squarely on the head of this president. Because there is nothing that goes on in that country where they know they say President Koroma. Sometimes I can even say they want to make this man like for say he's a Superman. And sometimes I encourage that for everything, even the minister they go, and it's where the man they go a legion of in cabinets there with them. Who's guys sick of fancy this in the country? And then they unbog the country. And then they make not able for develop. People that they come, they know they think about the country. It's about themselves, their concubines, their young friends, their young family. It is wrong. Let we begin for put Sierra Leone first.
And so
let we really begin for put with country first. Let we begin for see things that went all right and let we say them.
Right. And so, like they one day we get affected by this whole situation. If the Nepal listen to you, what thing go be your message to them today, Betty?
I could just say no more. Don't be.
Right.
Today I better talk to a very close friend when I tell me first about this. A worry for myself if he send me picking them go be affected. I not be know what thing they go on.
Right.
So I'm not able to tell anybody say because this when you get buried, they go tell you family members say yeah. You just say no more no beer. This is a family thing. This now I let you know sabi that person there, relate to them. This is Sierra Leoneans. Whilst the Sierra Leoneans now we all affected. It grieve we all. Every concerned Sierra Leonean today go really be gloomy. People that don't even begin put black mask then and then profile pick them. Also how affected them be. We all the mourn. So me I just beg the one the way we don't lost loved ones. Make them know say they are not alone. Make them know say whether we dey near them, we dey far from them, we all dey in this together. We dey feel their sorrow, we dey feel them pain. Even as I dey talk so, I feel for cry. And I know they cry because of the one they now we don't go. I dey cry the way they go. We see them, now we feel them. Now we feel them more than they we go because then don't go. We don't know side they go. On our next panic. But let them just bear.
Yeah.
And let we learn for look say anything where we see say no right. Let we team map for we right. Let we stand and speak out. And the opportunity they come on March 7. Let people speak out. Let them go cast them ballots. Let them bring in a new government. When the new government come, if we see say no they perform, will clear out them come again by the ballot. But this time, let people them know say it is not about APC, it is not about SLPP, it is not about any political party or individual. Don't they want get lifetime chairmanship?
Right.
This nothing now. La call the person by name President Koroma. We stood behind him 2007. Me na born me de picking. I supported President Koroma, but I no be ever no say it go this way. I no go ever no say it go derail. When he lost election 2002, I went and interviewed him and gave him a full page write-up na Democrats newspaper. I not give me 1 cent for him. I did it because at that time we look and say, "Oh, begin support and let go win." But if I be no saying that this go happy, I would never have given him my support. It don't come. All they do now for let send the country go back to the 60s or even worse, the 70s. When all right, Sierra Leone for be a democracy. People for land for express themselves. People, you know, if people go, they wonder. Sometimes some listeners go say, "What in this guy for do with democracy?" It has a lot to do because I can remember there was a time where they say some Sumana Bigo, when the elected vice president of Sierra Leone, he work with the minister of land, then go demarcate the place there and tell people and say, "We are not build further than them place here." They express the risk we're concerned. And then people then violate that. You see?
Right.
You know, right.
You know, and plenty of time people then can talk say what then happens. Alone people that we very resilient. You know, then can talk say, you know, God get for help we one day, God get for pull with Padesi Agba one day. But you know, we they look at and say, what you want for let God help you, get for help yourself first.
Exactly.
So, you know, looking at you feel for above to God or we for actually hold we leaders then to account for this thing that happen every year. They're not able to prioritize them and make sure say they're able to find at least a remedy to a situation like this. You know, just like how you did talk. What do you think about that?
Well, me I think say we the Sierra Leonean people then God don't give we the power for let we know who side we they go. Because he give we eyes, he give we arms and legs, he make them we able for reason. Let we able for know waiting good for we and waiting not good for we. God don't give we everything. It just they up to we now. For let we able for translate the good thing that way God don't give we. And the empowerment what we don't get from God, let we able for translate them into resources for our country. Look where Salon people and they go perish now the Sahara Desert.
Right.
Then they suffer now the hands of people na Kuwait, na Saudi, all these places. Trust me, my brother, like how we country well endowed so with natural resources. Like how we get good land where we can grow we young crops there and eat and live well. If we be live well in our country, reason therefore let people they run away.
Right.
You know, reason not before day. So God don't give me the power. We not get for sit down say now we left all thinking God. They say God they help the one the way they help themselves. And I think say it don't reach a time that Sierra Leone people and begin for help themselves. And one way they for help themselves, and for let them change the governments them. If any governments come and not able to perform for the people then, let them change the government. Simple as that. Right. If they are not performing, change them. Yeah. Then that way they will be able to go forward and will not go get any problems.
And so, Betsy, I want for may you just hang out with we because what you want to do now. We want for see if we go able for bring the next 7 days weather forecast to people and for me they know exactly how the weather get for look like that Sierra Leone again because the forecast they still show say again for continue for rain heavily in Sierra Leone for the next 7 days again. And so, so also have our people and they made it guy for fairly safer ground, so you go hang on and we'll try for also bring in Mr. Jesmed for the Mami Suma and Lansana Saccoh for join the conversation. So, so hang on with us.
Okay.
I feel it too, bro. It's your boy Al Bandy. PM, go get her and tell them Gaddafi let's bubble. I love all my women. Talk to them, baby. Come on. Superstar, shining like thunderlight. I pace like a nightmare in front of my eye. I feel like holding her down to be my life. And number one in the spotlight. I just can't believe looking at me. Got me staring with her beauty. This cute girl drive me crazy. Me and the boy, come close, let me hold you on and show you how superstar love. I just wanna take you all around the world, baby. You are my sweet girl. I gotta love you. I love all my lovers. Superstar love, hair knocking at back all. Look me lollipop, not the back of me Prado. King of pop, baby, but not Mike Jacko. She love me sugar cane juice, not Chaco. Me best friend whisper, na me it's not Daiko. Take 10 love, bro, hold title. What's the worst, huh? It means more women. The more the merrier, baby. It means more chillin', She kissed her, then she kissed me. I got chicks in line just to taste me. Spend like home base, crabby like JC. They want my last name, plus they want my baby. Let's make it clear, I'ma do the fair. I love you all, fuck a fair share. Legs bubble realer than your fake nails, fake boobs, fake ass, fake hair. I love you,
Yeah. Go get her. AKA Mr. Swag. Okay. I'm going in, man. Yeah. I've been looking at you all the time. But definitely I'm gonna make you mine. We gonna be like Bonnie and Clyde. And it's me and you, baby, side to side. And I'ma try and reach you, baby, eye to eye. And tell you how sexy you really are. Real talk, baby, you're my superstar. And I can't let you go so far. Cause I want you right next here by my side. Treat you right and take you out for a step ride. You're supposed to be the only girl. But things went wrong and it go wild. Is this really how we fall apart? No, I don't want it to end like that. Cause I got you deep down inside my heart. Yeah, deep down inside my
All right, and so me fun with them just like how I know today we're going to continue this live commentary on waiting at the situation what happened to people in Sierra Leone. And of course, every year it look like say now for the past couple of years will people then go through this same very sad situation at the country, wherein Freetown, the capital city, they get flooded and people then they lost their lives, property, and all of that. And so now the same thing they go on now. So let's go continue for talk about this whole thing. We get to a brother on the line, somebody we most of you are familiar with, Mr. Jesmed for the Mami Suma. On the line also, somebody we care so much about Sierra Leone. In fact, they on the way for go back to the country. Hello, Mr. Suma. How you do, sir?
Yes, sir, Mr. Sharif. this man no go say they do fine because of the sadness where we all live on. The people and innocent people and hundreds of young brothers and sisters and life just can't disappear inside 24 hours quick. Right. That is sad. It is sad.
Very sad. I mean, looking at the images, then all they see, the videos, it's very sad. You actually see, say, the water, they've really tried for finding a way for pass. So meaning that if there is proper planning of the city itself, sometimes some of them problems are not going to happen. What do you think about?
My brother, this is a problem we avoidable. Now, problem where if we can get the right type of government of people that we care, it's not going to say that nobody knows we will foresee. If you get people that we care, we understand how to respect life. Hey, we don't go look then kind of buildings and then hills and the bare naked hill. We expect to then kind of they happen. Oh, come on, man, you got to be dumb.
And I even understand, say, some people that they build houses, now they ill they are, maybe say the rocks then they right on top of the roof of the houses, meaning that not just with time, but then rocks then they get for roll down the house, and it kind of very scary. I don't know why government go to see people that you do then build houses that they can't.
All that is just the clear example of the failure of leadership in the entire country. And I'm not like with people and they go and blame the people and where they go build it. Please. Please.
Okay.
And I can tell the reason why. There are three fundamental reasons why we can't blame the people the way they go build it. We for blame the government when not get planning. We for blame the government when not get certain guidelines so people have for follow.
Right.
You mean California we not get grassland self? We rain the carbon and so mountainous places and then at that area. Anybody can go build a petit fata. It's not possible. Because they get a government we get planning. You don't plan the layout of every hill. Now the California. If you go to California, you see the mountain them. You wonder how them people and they go able for build houses and they motorcar highway and they go along the side of the roads them. You they see in the build houses in a Freetown. Some man because the money don't make it on drunk. So they even think they go build some kind of mountain mansion uphill before you begin think how for reach there. Yeah. They see the hill. It is steep so. It is steep high so. People don't think. The governments don't get plan. Most of them it's gonna other country them. The way they plan mountainous dwellings. The road they go circle. They go up steep. They go straight. They go around the hill. Then they construct roads the way around the hill. Right. So that houses they go down on either side and then get enough vegetation for hold the soils then together.
Right.
Now we poor people now where they not get housing facility. That's not the other stuff people don't get to think about. Poor planning and lack of housing facilities.
Right.
Some man I see they don't turn the minister. I see the commoner in village. Now all in patches they come out with some Freetown. From the driver to the cook to the messenger, everybody don't come out from Freetown car, but they find place for them for lay. Then and they say, then farming, no government, no they support them, they can't continue for the draw, for the plant potato and yabas and coconut, when they able to feed themselves, for take them skin and go school. Then go follow the parliamentarian, then go follow the minister, then go follow who they work, come the government officer, will be in that village, they not make a minister or parliamentarian, they go follow the all come. When they can now, they don't turn driver, they don't turn cook, they don't turn messenger, they need place for stay. Then go build pan body. Now some kind of corner.
Right.
Because there is not a system in place where they provide housing facilities for people them. Oh God, who people in the suffer.
Mr. Suma, what you talk now too? Because where I go San Francisco, the landscape in San Francisco not different from the landscape in Freetown. They get hilly here. People that they build houses up in the hills, but it's well planned.
Up in the hills.
Right, well
look
planned.
Look at that sign, the Hollywood. Who's that Hollywood Day?
Yes,
houses and they are inside and there, but then get a planning where them plan them.
A well planned. And so in a situation like this, what you feel say would they expect for you from government on the kind of so?
No, honestly, if I tell you, waiting for do, not expect for a hear from this government. Anything when are the right thing for do, don't expect it from them. If you ask me, I tell you, waiting a reasonable, responsible government go do, I will tell you that one day.
Right. And so, Betty, they're on, right?
Right.
Yeah, and so Betsy, you know, I want to bring you come in small. You know, me they really, I mean, even though I did feel for everybody, you know, including the man and the woman that we don't suffer, when are victims of this whole situation. But I did look at the woman them and the picking them by this whole situation. Why did see small picking them body? I did see then comrade them, they all don't lost their lives. You know, wait till you go talk to then kind people and the woman them, you know, where they go through this at this point.
Unfortunately, say this don't happen, themselves a victim. But I saw the man themselves equally important.
Right.
Again, I go can put the blame on the government. And not just APC government, SLPP government get the portion of blame.
Yes,
After the war, a lot of people migrate to Freetown. And when they can, they not even go. And what to me, as an individual, see where wrong with that is, they reconstruct the country, then center everything in Freetown.
Yes.
If the government we don't learn for decentralize, there was a time I go to bottom, my brother, he need a license, a driver's license. He couldn't get it in law. He need for come Freetown for like can get in driver's license. I've been saying waiting inside new millennium. Now we country day. If you then at second city, you're not able to get something as ordinary as driver's license. First you go Freetown, you can find out say if you need passport first you can Freetown. If you want sell, if you want live well, first you get Freetown. Now because everything is centralized at Freetown. If the government we don't look at the population boom na Freetown and try for arrest them, people they not before can concentrate na Freetown. Now the concentration na Freetown don't make the one where they come all the way Pujon, where they come all the way Bonti, where they come all Kailan, where they come all when I do go any far place in the country, they look and say if I'm able to go abroad, Freetown na abroad for me. Then the one the way they Freetown now they look and say them for go abroad. Now so the thing they work. But if you're able to make electricity today, now all the places that are upline, you're able to give them tap running water, you give them good schools, you make anything where you they get na Freetown then and then place them there, all this not before they happen. Because the bulk of the land in Salona or the upline a day.
Right.
But people then go prefer let them build us na Freetown because when you build yours na Freetown, so say you spend $50,000 you build yours. Then you rent them for the first 1 year no more, you say $20,000. No tax, no balance, no nothing. Then you rent your $20,000. Then you don't say, hey, but money they are pay you to go buy more land. Then you spend more house. So they just a bill. They bill over gutter. They bill on top hill. They bill and nobody and what you get wrong. The country is being ruled from others from above. Also others from above. Look who's either Lincoln win college then a hill station. Before they go bill. They must say don't go and cut on the land. You don't begin bill in Osday because in a APC operative. The people in Ghana for Campbell College, they say don't begin bills. That's when we hear say Anescoma again. You remember which I talked earlier? Say Anescoma also magnifying himself in the country. That's everything the good one for better one. So when the bad man come back now, here we put on. That's what they say Anescoma get for 10 say make them tell and say if you not pull your Osday come also so say it go deal with them. Before they begin dismantle the host. So no law and order no dey na salon. People know they do things because they look and say this is what is in the books. Nobody know they follow the books. People they just they do things as they like. And then when somebody do wrong thing, the other person go report them and say, but then you know say, but left now you know say now we own person. And then they wrong. Then America when they say team up na line, all man they team up na line. Exactly. Electing a president, you go there, you the team up na line. When they say do this, everybody they perform because nobody no one know that you be. You be senator, you they go ride you train. Everybody, I mean, people are so practical, but then they lack in a salon. Law and order no day. Now who know you? Now did
Nine
and
days
now this
alone.
make you for pull this government come out. Now this make you for pull APC come out. Will stop SLPP from coming back to power. Don't bring a new party kind of power. They will pull them, let the people in a salon try new something. If that they not big, now this kind of thing, no more, we always go there. We go always try for with people there, and we don't fed up. We don't fed up.
Right.
We don't fed up. 56 years, we don't one place no more. We'll match go before 210, we'll match being 410. How long can that?
Right.
All the Ebola will get the response where they get so for this kind of disaster. What's not be the response? The response was almost non-available.
Right.
And what's it caused that day? Because of the kind of leadership we'll get. He's high and mighty President Koroma. No look and say, well, then no meaningful to her. And right now, something waiting and probably could they think now how international community go can give them more
money for medicine. You know, that's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand. We are always
corruption. Incorrupt past the word corruption.
Then they already then are APC people.
We they always open we hand them. We always they open we hand them for big any small thing we happen pass we go ask outside for medicine.
You know, sometimes some man go they even fast and pray for the disaster go be because they look and say at the time that they can't tap.
And so so definitely this is very sad for our people. So you know, Mr. Suma and Betty, we really appreciate una for dinner. I don't know, I really want for Leona hang out with me a little bit because Mr. Lansana Saccoh the way himself dinner ready in Pennsylvania himself get for join we for this discussion as we try for sympathize with people then back home, waiting to happen they affect you all. Well, na parent can't see where some man can talk say, no, me not involved in politics, no, me not get for involved. Now when stuff like this happen, you get family in a Freetown because of bad governance, they not take care of you people there. Where you didn't so you had no go rest. So it is good for everybody to be involved in politics somehow, I don't know what you think about Andy, Mr. Suma, where people like you say, we don't want for join politics. We don't want for join politics, But look at what is going on. So me family them right now they try for do a live commentary on the situation at Sierra Leone, waiting to happen at the country. So what would they do right now? Would they bring you the 7-day weather forecast? Waiting get for happen how the forecast get for the weather get for the Sierra Leone for the next 7 days in Sierra Leone. So
answer that question. Will you ask?
Yes, Mr. Suma, will you answer the question that was give the forecast? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you talk about this issue about politics.
Right.
Now, and I want to let people then listen to this carefully because what thing can happen, as person talk about politics, some man will begin for things here and go clash you like all the other corrupt elements within the country. And I like to tell you something. Not all man way they go into politics now politician. Some of we not a politician them. But because we don't tire for being misled by the wrong type of people, make we decide say we will begin to participate in the decisions the way they affect our life and the lives of our people. A great philosopher I once to say, the punishment where the smart and intelligent people in the suffer will refuse to participate in governance, now for let them allow themselves to be ruled and governed by the fools. And what thing that happened over the past 56 years? Now the same type of bad leadership we don't continue to mess up with life, now you know what we experience. And if we say we go back to that same thing, they will say we sit back, we don't want to participate in governance, then we will be the biggest fool. Because why? The price of the bread where we they buy in the morning. The schools where we pick in and they go, whether at school or they go insert knowledge pandemic or they go poison and brain. The hospitals there where we mama and papa and they go to, whether in a hospital where they go heal them on a death chambers. The road there where they drive, whether in a flood disaster road them, or the house there where they live, whether they're safe or not, the whether we get electricity or not, the lights the way they pass. All that decisions the way they influenced by the decisions the way politicians they make. Now ask yourself, if the air way they breathe Now somebody they make in decision, they make that decision they whether that air they clean or not. Like some place in a Freetown where pass the dirty smell and they feel the lungs. The air where you breathe, if the decisions the way somebody they make now they affect them. Why you for sit down after 56 years? They don't do the wrong thing all the time. It affects your great grandpa, it affects your grandpa, it affects your daddy. You self sit down, you see what in they come, you see no they participate, you go be the biggest fool. And some of we don't decide say we're not to fool anymore. The knowledge we will get for fix the problems and we exist, what politicians don't create, will they bring and come bear on the progress of the nation. Will they bring and come put their knowledge and in place so we will develop Mama and Papa land them. Now God now give us alone as gift. We for embrace and appreciate that. Now that make we encourage everybody for be interested, for participate in the activities the way they lead, for choose the right leadership for our country. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Suma. Of course, now Mr. Jesmed for this Mami Suma, and we own Sister Betty Foray. We're the PRO for the Coalition for Change in Sierra Leone, C4C, and of course, Mr. Jesmed for the Mami Suma, and a co-founder for the National Progressive Democrats, the NPD. You know, then also for talk to we about waiting that happen at Sierra Leone with regards to the flooding we don't happen at the country. We don't care go plenty of we people in lives and other people in live with discomfort and all of that. And so, my family, one for me, stick around as we bring to you the next 7 days weather forecast in Sierra Leone. Waiting the weather say, of course, it is the forecast. The still talk say for the next 7 days. It will continue for poor on Sierra Leone. So let's see how that forecast is right now. Stick around. Hello, my family. Welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network, where the forecast exclusive. First of all, we want to express our condolences, our sincere sympathy with the families of those who suffer at the result of the very adverse weather condition will take place in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Of course, we already say plenty of people that lost their lives, and of course, plenty of people that lost their property. It was a very uncomfortable and distressful life for our people in Sierra Leone. And of course, from Sherrick's Broadcast Network, we want to join all the other good people that are around the world for let express with sympathy with una, for let go express with condolences with una, and of course for let go apologize to una why we not be done to bring you the weather forecast. Now because so many things we don't go on, we don't travel, and so it make very impossible for let able for Brian come to you, because would feel personally guilty if we be done to bring the weather forecast to you. Probably we for not able for see waiting the happen, waiting for happen way very devastating to the country, but we apologize for that. And so today we get for resume the weather forecast again as this situation they go on at Sierra Leone. We want for bring come to the next weather forecast for the next 1 week or the next 7 days exclusively. And so waiting with the see they happen is like the same system will cause the havoc. Now Sierra Leone they still hang around that area there. And of course, like how would they see on the radar right now, you go find out say this equator area, this place now, yeah, the system done they really thin at this area for quite some time now. And so now that make the conditions the way we people that they go through now Sierra Leone, they cut across this entire West African region around the equator. You see how the system they in fact there is a very dangerous system right here right now. This system we don't can hang now the Atlantic Ocean right now, like how they see is very dangerous. is dangerous in the sense that it get the potential for grow bigger, and either it go away from West Africa into Southern America, or it come back into the West African land. And of course, now this very area, this is where Sierra Leone is. As we see right now, this is where Sierra Leone is, and you see the same system don't hang around there. So waiting, that's the point to is that rain, they still continue for camp now Sierra Leone, and again for continue for camp for the rest of the week. Now waiting get for happen, some days in the week it get for see small, but for say the rain really get for stop, where be say rain not get for come again at the country, it not get for happen. Rain get for continue for come, only that sometimes it go come more and sometimes it go come less. So now that we see inside the forecast, just like how you see waiting to happen. And of course you see say another very big system they can develop now southern the southern part of the Atlantic Ocean, and so that system where they develop get the potential for come back into the African land. May the Lord forbid, we don't want for let down they happen, but if it happen, it will be very devastating for most of the coastal countries, in Africa, especially Southern Africa, going all the way around the coast, going to the West African coast, right? But for right now, we save deep and grapple with we own. So you go find out, say, most of the countries that within this West African sub-region, starting from, we can say Gabon, Cameroon, of course, we can say Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and of course Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, the Gambia, Senegal, all the side and the Nepal experience the same thing. The only thing we own are very serious, and this system where they can hover around here, the system that this what you can bring it bring very serious wind, it bring thunderstorm, it bring lightning, and it bring rain. So most of that rain right now actually they fall inside the Atlantic Ocean. It fall inside the Atlantic Ocean, and or some of that rain they fall in Sierra Leone right now. And this pattern all the see now inga for continue for the next 7 days in Sierra Leone. So it go fine for a lot of people and pay attention to this kind of weather forecast, especially people that way they na the hilly areas, the side then hill, and they when they down the hill and the hill they pantapuna, then more slide then can happen where BC the water they make the dirty the cut with all the other things that way they up the candle. So if side go there for let people then go find a refuge a little bit, it got necessary because this rain not stop yet. And of course when I know say this now August, the rain not stop yet, the rain they still continue for camp, right? And so let us see how the temperature in fact look like, because this temperature where they warm, they fluctuate, they warm and cold, so all the one that they contribute. So let's see how the temperature is like in Sierra Leone at this present time. Let us see that, and of course let us see how that looks like. Right, so this is the temperature map we are looking at right about this time. And of course, when you look at this temperature map, you will find out, say, we get quite a lot of yellow. And of course, I just see a little bit of green particles. So meaning that it's yellow, orange, and a little bit of red at the top. Now, if there was green in there, that means the weather don't cool down small. But because of we not they see any green at this point, only just half green the way me they see around here. Now in the point to the fact is some parts of Guinea, then they experience a little bit of cooler weather. But apart from that, when you look at which side this point are they right now, this is Freetown. You see a yellow around there and a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow. That means the weather still hot. And so when the weather hot, that hardness where they mix with the rain where they come, they make the weather, the hardness they evaporate and go up in the air, and the air where they up in the air, the cloud will settle over Freetown is cold. So when the hot air go up and mix with that cold air, now in they form all of these things where they come back down, either na rain, a thunderstorm, or na lightning they happen. So this is currently the temperature map what we see in Sierra Leone. So now let's take a look at how the precipitation, the amount of rainfall where they pour in Sierra Leone right now, and waiting at the potential for let that kind of rainfall continue for the next 1 week, right? And so this is how the rainfall looks like in West Africa generally, you find out say in the Atlantic Ocean where they don't here, so a lot of that rain they pankande right now in the Atlantic Ocean, and of course a plenty of that rain they come at the land. Now you go see say when the grain is deeper right there, you go find out say around Sierra Leone or Freetown, you see say that grain they deeper, so meaning that a heavy rain get for pour or deep and pour na Sierra Leone right now, and this heavy rain get for continue for pour throughout this week. Even though sometimes some of the days that it will be a little steady, but again for continue for calm. So it's still not done yet. The rainfall wahala not done yet na Freetown. So fam with them, let it not just see small that you feel complacent and you feel say everything is okay and you relax back. You get for them on your guard. And if I were you, I go find some side way, we go save me a little bit for now before I even decide for do any other thing, because for now your life is more better than any other thing. And just like how we can tell you, if you didn't in that kind of environment where if you say where rain come like this, it want for fend away for pass. If you go able for help a little bit more for able for make way for let that rain the way come let it fend way for pass. Either you get gutter there, you clean that gutter there, you talk to you picking for say he didn't una not to way dirty inside that gutter then they, because now all entire they contribute to all of these things that we are talking about, right? And so let us see how the people in our space they see how West Africa look like right now. How do they see all of that? Now this is the map from space, right? And so we will find out say the entire map of West Africa is covered by cloud. So the people that way they up in the space now so that they see West Africa. So meaning that there is a lot of cloud will cover West Africa as a whole. And when stuff like that when they happen, this cloud get for mixed with the evaporated air where they come up from down way hot, and it mixed with this cloud, so it come back down. So meaning that this same condition where now the rainfall and all the other conditions where they come with that kind of weather pattern get for continue now West Africa for the next several days. And Sierra Leone is inclusive. You can see this is the area where Sierra Leone is. You can hardly even see the map of Sierra Leone, right? This is Freetown, and of course you see how dark that area is. So it is very, very necessary for let us go take caution, let us be careful, so that we're not going to fall victim of the situation where the natural weather don't create right now Sierra Leone, right? And so let us take a look at the 4 main cities in Sierra Leone and see exclusively waiting at the weather pattern at them 4 main cities. Then starting with Freetown, let's see how it looks like, right? All right, and so this is a Freetown for the next several weeks, the next several days where they come. And so Monday, the weather pattern get for be between 82 and 83. The temperature get for be 82 to 83 degrees. But how about the precipitation when at the rainfall, right? 100% on Monday, 70% on Tuesday, Wednesday 90%, Thursday we get 100%. 60% and 80%. So meaning that in Freetown the rain get for continue for come, but Monday when at today the rain come more today, right? And then of course 70% tomorrow Tuesday. So meaning that I get for see small. But anyway, we'll get for can explain about Freetown some more. So let's just go to Bow for now. We'll get for can explain about Freetown some more, because now the crisis day right about this time. So we'll come and explain a little bit more of details. So now let's go to Bow City and see how the weather get for be like in Bow City. You go find out say in Bow City Monday today 100% possibility rain can Bow. Tomorrow na 80%, Wednesday 100%, Thursday 90%, 80% and 80%. So meaning that the possibility for let rain continue for pour inside the second largest city of Sierra Leone, Bow City, a very possible. Rain get for continue for camp. Now Bow City. But we'll not get for worry too much about Bow City, because they not get that terrain where they come with them bad thing that way can happen. So we'll not get for worry too much about that. But we just want for label people in back no say it get for rain, right? And so how about Kenema City? Let us see waiting get for happen at Kenema City. Now Kenema City today na 90% precipitation, rainfall. Tomorrow 100, Wednesday 100, all right, 80 on Thursday, 40 on Friday, 80 on Saturday. So meaning that on Friday, the people in Akenema, they get forget a little bit of alafia. The rain not get for come too much now, just 40%. Sometimes not go rain safe. But starting from Tuesday, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and of course, Thursday and Saturday, they get for rain in Akenema. So let people them understand them that way. All right. So when I say Akenema, when I prepare for that type of weather. How about McKinney City in the north, right? McKinney City in the north, what's it get for happen? You go find out, say, Monday today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, rain, dip and pour, steady na McKinney. McKinney na place where rain they can't do too much. So rain, dip and pour na McKinney right about this time. And get for continue for calm that way. So family the owner de McKinney, una say get for be careful with this flooding because when I remember 2015, that place they be get for flood, we make some people they lost property, and you get for be vigilant for able for monitor waiting they cause the flooding. If whether na gutter you not get or the water not get way for pass or you don't block drainage, you get for clean all them thing and they for make sure say where the rain come the way they come that it go find way for pass, right? But so McKinney today 100%, tomorrow Tuesday 100%, Wednesday 100%, Thursday 100%, then Friday and Saturday it can done small, but even that one day now inside 80%. So meaning that the rain go still continue for calm. Now just steady. So can you imagine rain continue for calm for 7 days straight? Must not say that is a possibility for flooding. If that kind of rain they come, it not stop at all, right? So let us go back to Freetown. We'll say this incident don't happen. For let us go able to see waiting na the kind conditions that what they expect na Freetown for the next 7 days. Let's go back to that, right? All right. So now this is a Freetown exclusive 7-day forecast starting from Tuesday going all the way to Monday. Let's see what is going to happen. And so on Tuesday morning, Tuesday tomorrow, there is going to be rain in the morning and then it will become steady in the afternoon, but then more rain get for come back na Freetown na net. The rain will come up to ½ inch. So meaning that rain get for pour na ground where mass inside is like ½ inch, it cover your foot. All right. And then Wednesday 100% rainfall Santem up to about 1 inch. Then 100% rainfall na net back inside Freetown. So rain get for come whole day on Wednesday na Freetown as well. And so Thursday 100% rainfall ½ inch. It get for go down small, but increasing showers at night with rainfall at night. So the rain get for come on Tuesday and on Wednesday na Freetown whole day. I mean, you know what the whole day means, right? Of course, Friday, you get forget an overcast with rainfall at times, 60% overcast with rainfall na net. So meaning that the place get for be cloudy, so half drizzle go to happen, but then it go into real showers when a real rain, and then later it go cease, then it go continue back. Now so the pattern get for day on Thursday, I mean on Friday, right? How about on Saturday? Saturday na 90% rainfall at times, then same for night, ½ inch rainfall, right? 90% rainfall. So Santem na net the same pattern, 90% a chance for rain at Freetown. And of course on Sunday it get for be clouds with periods of rainfall about ½ inch. So meaning that Santem na Freetown the place get for be cloudy, but then rain go to come in and out, right? And then on Monday rain is likely or not. So possibly on Monday next week, not to this week Monday, today Monday, but then next Monday the rain get for seas small. Sometimes rain no go kind of Freetown safe. So if people don't get for do anything, now that day the way the place get for clear small, right? And so ladies and gentlemen, this now the forecast for starting from Tuesday, August 15, 2017, going to next week Monday. So you start counting the days from Tuesday, August 15, 2017, going towards the next week, right? So family, let us go back to, I go on for taking back to this radar app for let us see again how things then they roll on the map, right? Now this is the radar right here, and this is what explains it. Now you see say all this system where you see around here, this is adverse weather condition, this is rainfall, this is thunderstorm, this is lightning. all the system where they see they bring come all of them in day. So meaning that you dey find out say this area, this is Sierra Leone right here. This system don't continue for hang around here. So all this rain, what we say again for kind of Freetown, this get for happen, it is actually going to happen because of waiting what they see on this map. All right. So I hope say my family that when I go prepare for this and that when I go be careful, when I not become complacent, because we know see people that are Freetown. Once that moment they don't come, we will get small alafia. Will they forget about all the bad situations the world don't go through? Right now, people that don't lost their lives, they don't lost their property them. So now we know about this. But later on, when things get for slow down small, people that get small alafia, will they forget say this kind of thing will don't happen to we. They will go back for begin for doing things they were not supposed to do. We go make we suffer. So we the appeal to una. Some of us now so we feel guilty because we're not able for bring calm the forecast to una for let una know for say this kind of adverse weather condition be the camp, right? So once more, I want for tell una plenty thank you. Mina Ibrahim Sharif. So we'll go back now the main studio for a whole discussion on the issue, the weather problem will happen at Freetown. Right? Once more, we sympathize with everybody. Right, and so me farm with them that the weather forecast that one day for Sierra Leone for the next 7 days. Of course, like how we don't see the rain get for continue for pour in the country, and so we just the advice for people and for them go be careful, make them take more cautionary measures. Then at this point, going forward, you know, because your life more important past any other thing at this point. You picking them, you wife, you man, now all get for be careful. You know, not sit down wait for government because they don't do one for you. Now, at this point, we get for continue for talk on the issues. Then, of course, we get another panelist. We don't join. We, of course, in the person of Mr. Lansana Saccoh from Reading, Pennsylvania. Instead of now other person way very much care about Sierra Leone, like how we all do care about Sierra Leone and the things that will continue for happen at the country. So, Mr. Saccoh, are you on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, welcome. We're not to get you clearly. If we on speaker, now for pull you on speaker, you know, so we're you fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so
yes,
you know, when they talk about this situation, we don't happen at Sierra Leone today. What's your take on everything we don't go on at the country? Because every year this flooding they happen, people that they lost their lives. What is your take on what is going on?
First of all, the panelist there, Mr. Jesmed, I want say thank you for your sacrifice. Way you they give for the country, and we can for we all in the fence. And Miss Foray, same thing to you. We the Canada for can't talk about we country now sacrifice. We don't know what's going to happen to you tomorrow because of what you they say now. So that's a great sacrifice. And even if something not happen to any of we or any of una, that gift una the key out of una your free will to the people that for inform them. So I say thank you, and then the host, Mr. Sheriff, for your service to the nation, and especially the Sierra Leoneans and the diaspora. You do a very good job for sending out the message to let people that know what thing they go on by the country and then government. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My own take on this, my brother, Sierra Leone, a culture of corruption, now the root cause of this problem. Corruption, yes, I know I'm politicized, waiting they go on because people that don't lost their life. But we not go able to talk about them kind here without to not mention the culture within our country. Because everything they begin with how you lead us then they go. We lead us them this, they don't show twice. Ebola and this. They don't show the incompetence of we lead us them. And the corrupt nature of we lead us them for a very long time, and they manifest themselves right now. So now why are they link this to corruption? One, Sierra Leone get building code. We have engineers where they study abroad and come. But because the government corrupt, the society is corrupt, you will go give money to any big man where you sabi, whether na the civil service or you get affiliation with the minister, na the cabinet, for make you get permit, for make you build house on top sticks. I let them know say it's not feasible. Then go give you that permit the once you don't give that company. First of all, the APC government will not establish culture of corruption. I'm not try to cite any other thing. And they go by my own experience when me the day we shall still in the rule. Now the same president that one day when people then say corruption don't plenty in your country, the answer we give is say usa you tie cow na day they eat. Meaning when I left that man and not they do anything bad, that usa a day na day for it, usa you expect her for let go thief. If the leader of a nation go say that, then waiting to our way they we know say most of them people are doing Saccoh in family, they drive Mercedes, ministers them. Where then the car and convoy in a Mercedes. Where it be say you did in America now, you not go see Barack Obama they drive Mercedes. You not go see George Bush they drive Mercedes. At all. Then secondly, because of corruption, they don't neglect with educational system completely. Completely. So much so that we're not able for train we own citizens then for make them prepare for something like this. The health sector, for example, Ebola. We were not prepared for it. It been so bad how many thousands of people away we lose, or how many hundreds of people away we lose. We health centers then been deplorable. Even for how for do proper sanitation. We people are not we help workers them, they're not able to do it. Because the educational system it go down the drain all the time until July University said 3 months it closed. Where people them where they sell pamai and pepper and they pay them picking their school fee, then go put them on and they sit down, then they go school. But if school been operate, they not pay school fee, then they drive them the next day and say, where you get school fee come. But when I then don't pay their school fee, but school no day, there was no problem. I think saying that problem did the whole Mr. Jesmed because he exercised in right in freedom for sex for young people. So therefore, if we see all them here, we need for wise up and we for try for get them corrupt, then rank up politicians there. We pull them. Then people away lost their life. Let God give them good road. Let God give them good road. But me go blame them squarely on corruption. We know the monitor nothing, everything a bribery. Maybe the person who is responsible for lands and what. You know, they ever go to site outside for go see say whether this place are there for build house there, or even if you know, once you don't get something, you go do them. One another example, we get we own information minister. Shamelessly, Mr. Mohammed Bangura. Shamelessly, 2 media forums. He appear on one. He talks say, if they put you like you did they tell you commodity. You go take taxi, and you do it for yourself. Before you commodity, if you're able to get your motor, you get houses them. So in essence, it is said by all means necessary, by hook or crook, you for be wealthy outside you did. Despite how much then they pay you if you're not able to buy one tire. But you have to have that money so that you not go shame where you come on and do. Would I go talk so? And this now the same APC government where the young founders say outside cow na they eat. Now, another thing, we get with president by Kroma. They build houses there for people in my village. Why you not build that house the way they running insurance company? Why? Common sense. Because you not been getting the money for them. They know the thief himself, not to eat your money. But when he become president, he go build house for people and say the same blessing.
So, Mr. Jesmed Suma, make I bring you come inside small. You know, plenty of people in the way they talk say, then they talk say, waiting the happen at Sierra Leone, either they need for replan the city, or the need for move the capital city outside of Freetown to another location. Now, you feel say the excuses then they na things that we all water, or not just there is a possible remedy to this situation, other than moving the city or replanning the city. What you feel say could be the possible remedy?
The fact of the matter is, Salone, we need to go back to the drawing board.
Right.
I subscribe to the idea of us maintaining Freetown as the commercial city of Sierra Leone and plan a completely new city outside Freetown and establish that city there as a seat of government. And when we talk about planning a city, we can look for a district where they're almost at the center of the country. And I think Tonkolili will fit that description. And we design a completely new city. But this na task where you can't expect politicians the way they think for the next 5 years or think about that. Now, politicians then are a leadership way they think about putting out a 20, 25, 30-year plan for a long visionary development of the nation. Now, but what needs to be done now, immediately now, my recommendation will be as follows. Let the government immediately within the next couple of hours deploy all logistics where they get, particularly with respect to the army, all the military trucks, all the police trucks where they get, try for evacuate people them and provide shelter for them immediately. I know say the place where they can always fall back on a stadium, hostel, but they can also look for other places then, where they provide immediate shelter for people then, and then places then they. Then get buildings and they where they go able for immediately make them as makeshift shelter for the people then, and begin for provide feeding for them immediately, because there are people that were lost and then so traumatized. Then bring people and we go able for can talk to them. We're not people that when I psychiatric, then people that go before because people in stress out, some man go and commit suicide. So they need that kind of support mechanism there. The next thing, now for now create a system where you go able for raise funds from mostly Sierra Leoneans and if possible the ones from the outside, and able for begin for provide for the people there immediately. Now whilst that is going on, you now begin to consider how for create alternative housing for them people here, because obviously the temporary housing not be able for live forever. Provide permanent housing for them, mostly if possible outside the heart of Freetown, and you get for give an incentive for let somebody go say ready for move, go Watalo, or ready for move my Saccoh, or for I'm 41, I go get some nice camp for the day. You need to give them business assistance and then kind of stuff, and then establish their own community. But in the long run, we need to think about developing a new city, fixing the changes, problems that really happen at Freetown, immediately ban the construction of houses on the hills and they right now for the next 2-3 years, and hopefully APC no go in our power by next year. So when they're done, the next government will come, they will take over from that. They begin now for undertake the task of coming up with a prototype of the entire planning of the city itself. How the hills them, instead of the below holes where they go, where the road they go straight up vertically, then go able for build a planning where the roads and they go horizontally around the circle of the hills. That's what they do in other country them. But if them planning not there, obviously anybody will get money, it can go build any side. Right. Anybody will need side for day, pan body, it will go billion inside. So all that thing and then I think that we need to be taken into consideration. Then most importantly, let them make sure say they transfer some of the government services to the provinces. But Ministry of Agriculture, which is not Freetown. Agriculture are applying in there. What in the Ministry of Agriculture is not Freetown? Education, 80% of the school system they all applying. Ministry of Education, personnel them for move, some of them go applying. Other ministries and they will then go for move, most of the structures and then go applying. Maybe finance go stay na Freetown, foreign affairs go stay na Freetown, state house go stay na Freetown, but most of them are like Ministry of Works, they all need for move, Ministry of Transportation, they all need for move to the provinces.
Right.
Then
and
they will get for drive, put that for come one district to the other is done. We'll get telephone there, we'll get communication system, internet system, it is done. Then after you don't do that, why should you do that? You pass a law say any job where they for do upline. For instance, if NGO they try for hire, if now upline you job the day, please hire the people who do upline.
Right.
Not hire somebody in a Freetown there begin pay per diem for transfer and go. Governmental, NGO, all employment. But they take place now upline if not the services or the action therefore take place. So people will get incentive for move good. Of course, electricity another one. Then you try for create something and call drainage system. And the Freetown, the drainage system is very crucial. Then get a way in the create drainage system up the hills them. It create a big hole where if water the flood set, it is able for protect, it is able for divert the water into that drainage system there. In some cases, then they send their water in some reservoir with a big pool. Good man, they talk say they don't get water, they get them carry the water they waste. They support for that drainage system where they divert all the water they go to some specific reservoir. Like inside Freetown so now, for them get like 2, 3, 4, 5 reservoir. 2, 3 at the eastern, 2, 3 at the western. So good man don't need for begin for run pipe from west to east. Because reservoir then in a specific location, the pipe them go for run there, then go for create water purification system then they. So dry season, we don't need for crack for water because then water then they will not capture through the rain. They go for clean down and take care of the city.
Right.
But all of down there, none of the one they go happen if we continue for hope say the same political parties then we don't mess up with life for the past 56 years and expect to handle and go even for go change them. It's not possible. The only way we don't see how go happen now when we all we act, we change the government and bring about a transformational government where they reform the system of governance and able for focus leadership on the lives of the people and or transform them.
Right. Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Suma. Of course, we see today on the line Betty Foray, winner the public relations officer for the Coalition for Change, na Sierra Leone, C4C. Betty, you know, plenty of people that can talk say Salon people and they're very resilient in such a way, and we can be very complacent back. You know, like where this stay don't happen right now, this moment here, you see all man they make sorry and all of that. Just as the rain don't clear small, don't get small alafia. Even when they can tell the people and say, no, go back in that place, they will say, then people then die. People then they go back, then begin for build them pan body, then begin for build all stay back for me then stay there. You know, Betty, what you go say to them kind of people and the way they do their stuff in there?
Well, then therefore members say, first of all, the government not care about them. The government just care for them, for let them vote. Let them win. The way they can power them, forget about the people that will make them win. Because now the government in responsibility for actually cater to them people then they. Now therefore sit down and look say, hey, them people here the way we don't see they don't go concentrate here and it go be disastrous, slow pull them commodity. And before they first of all, they're not for even pull them commodity. Now agree they're not for agree let them go build it. No law no day when no this alone. The problem where we get now enforcing the law. Too many people there above the law na salon na the problem where we get. And because too many people there above the law na make corruption so embedded na that country there. Where you look the judge them na from others from above they rule. You look the police then na from others from above they police. Every sector of governance na that country there, even the parliamentarian them. If maybe get me way safe, them parliamentarian then they don't do na parliament. where the president sacking elected vice president, they not do nothing. Then people they don't in a parliament Ebola account, people they eat Ebola money, they no account for them. Anti-corruption they they even bring them to book. Then we get oversight committee the way they take care of their bodies then before don't even call the anti-corruption to book. They either make a redundant or then change the leadership day, because the anti-corruption, look at the accountant general reports the way they come out. Look corruption where they make lepers in head heart. They do nothing but that. And every year now the same thing and they come on no more. It's like when I left the lady they allow they eat money for we. Then they chap, they don't care for the people. So now the people then for begin for wise up, then for begin for wake up, then for begin for look say the government's not there for them. They're not for go tap na them places then they will not say it hurts.
Right.
Because they look for survival. But then therefore members say when push camp are solved, like waiting happens so today and then they suffer. And the government the benefits, because how the government the benefits for their own problem, when the TV the government begin announce, then you say, oh, Sierra Leone and the way they are abroad, they don't send so amount of money. Oh, so NGO they don't send money. So bilateral partners, that means other country them we're friendly to Salon themselves don't send money, they don't help. So all and then the government in pockets they go.
Mm-hmm.
Then the people then are then losses. So the people themselves for begin for look say no, it don't about time now let we self begin for act. And I go insist again. Say one way for let the people then act, now for let them think wisely and vote wisely. Let them make APC, whether an Escoma they continue for be chairman for life, let them come up be an APC. A big chairman for life or no big chairman for life, or let them come up be an APC. SLPP be donka.
All right. It look like say we don't lost Betty, or it look like say we don't lost Allman. I got to try for reconnect them back. I don't know what happened, but. Ladies and gentlemen, today we talk about exclusively, we talk about the situation Freetown, Sierra Leone. Of course, with people that they grapple with the difficulty of the flooding, we don't take place in the country. And so right now, not the situation where they go on. We try for reconnect with panelists then.
The person you called.
Okay, so I think their phones are off or something has happened. But me fun with them, we just try for sympathize with our people in Sierra Leone. Of course, some of we believe say, this situation, this condition, they happen every year. For the past couple of years now, every year, and we know say Sierra Leone get only 2 seasons: dry season, rainy season. Now, on the part of the people that were in position of authority, hold on, I try forget Mr. Saccoh back. Yeah, Mr. Saccoh, are you back on?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It just cut off.
Right, it just cut off. Okay, so yeah, let me connect Mr. Suma as well. Hold on, let me connect him as well. Okay, yes, Mr. Suma.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happened. Okay, you are back online with Mr. Saccoh. So, Mr. Saccoh, let me bring you in. Now places like Usa so now the first world, now America, England, continental Europe, Australia. When stuff like this happen, there is somebody specific way they go hold to account where they get for answer questions as to why this kind of thing happened to the people of a country, to this level wherein people lost their lives. Now, in the case of Sierra Leone, do you think somebody needs to answer questions for which they happen to people that consistently?
Oh, yes, Mr. Sheriff, good way you ask that question. The problem with Sierra Leone, there is no accountability. That's one of the problems, with the many other problems where they exist. Just like you say, Naya, where something happened, and they hold you, then they identify who and they hold accountable. I will make a prime example with New Jersey, the governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie.
Right.
When the bridge gate happened, he wasn't there, not to Indua, but in mayor or the city of that mayor, now a very strong supporter of Chris Christie, then find out, say, communication between office and then people and they. So they held them responsible, then put them foot in the fire, then therefore defend themselves how this thing happened. Why would I block the bridge? Because this man, they do this or they support this person. Now that make the white man country now fearless. Any side where truth day, my brother, any side where truth day, that particular place will excel. Any side where rogue day, now one person they benefit. The only person where they benefit now the person where get the devious mind. Now in go benefit. Because waiting do you know care. And then two, patriotism. We in Sierra Leone, we president, minister there where they work. Then they use the word patriotism because they learn at school, but they don't actually know how waiting it means, and they know the practice them.
Right.
Then your patriotism, it up from there and the immediate family, the mama and papa. They're in the beginning. That's it. The rest of we, that make good day today, Mr. Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we're here. We country, like we Miss Foray they say before we come on the air.
Mm-hmm.
We get good weather for grow plants.
Right.
We still hungry with the beg for food with people and they die. That itself na a disaster, an artificial disaster now only. Man-made by the government of Sierra Leone. Where they are winter day, 3 months, nobody not able for plant food, but they eat food till we throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? They were the better pastry? No. They are very honest and then they love their country. And Salon, the corruption so high, you not go able to hold anybody accountable, especially the people that were at the top. If you look, say, in the work Ministry of Health, somebody don't do wrong day, you be the whistleblower, you don't lost your job. And when you lost your job, no lawyer not going to defend you for put you back. If that lawyer says mistake, other person back there will go make sure say himself go jail or is stop for practice law. But yeah, the way the system, the way you do that, then no say you they try for intimidate witness right away, not jail you they go.
Right.
But we don't have that over there. So how? It's all based on corruption, my brother.
Right. Right. It's corruption, just like you said. And also, Mr. Suma, you know, where are they look at some of the images that where they come up from Sierra Leone camp? Okay, now Betty they try for join we make Adam. Yes, Betty, you are back on. Mr. Suma, so why they see some of the body then we they see on social media where they come in? I just they see that they take body that they pile them on top of the other ones. Then you feel say that's a very good way for handle dead body, you know, because it look like say there is no respect, there is nothing paid to them just because they don't die this way. So now they get for handle them like that. What do you think about that?
Well, the most gruesome and sad and pathetic thing the one and the way I really don't let for see and I don't want to let people share them with myself because the hills, the way they see the water set, you don't need for look them gruesome pictures and they. Them people and they die a horrible death where they not be they expect just sudden death. The worst, the least you can do to them for protect their humanity. I mean protect them. Then make able. I go share a picture like that one day. People and she don't naked. The body they don't part limbs are all long cut off. And I understand say one of the approaches where the government use for go clear the place, then go bring bulldozer. Where they can't bail people, where they can't bail underneath the dirty. What if somebody they alive, they're under the rubble?
Right.
I tell you.
In another way, when they talk about say, forget a disaster response unit, get them prepared, ready for them kind of thing. But full man self, we're gonna Freetown, see them hill and they, you go no say this now just a matter of time. This disaster go must come.
And then you go see person build at the hill. 4-story building, 5-story building.
If you don't get country planning, if you don't get city planning, where be say somebody want go build some side, they can take permit and they allow them and make sure say the necessary structures and they in place so that they not go build at random. Like we don't forget this kind of disaster where they get so. Of course, they go tell you say they get side and they go get that permit, building permit, people and they get building permit for go build. But you get a building permit for a city, you not plan the city in terms of water road for day, in terms of how the structure them for day, the infrastructure of the city for day, the drainage system, you not define none that one day. You just go give permit number for the people and go bill at random. Now that make we need a government we understand, we comprise of people we understand and care. We comprise of people we care for lives. Care for the life of the ordinary people. Do you with the big them people and we happen to be exposed to them dead body, then they do una respect una fellow brother and sister them. Una not post them naked thing and they to other people, and we understand and also you want to express how serious the situation is. And sometimes it's unavoidable because you get so many pictures the way they get for women. But take the time and remove the corpse. It's so gruesome that some man, some people not going to stand the sight. You know, it will just add to an additional stress for most other people. But it's also good when they share the information about the entire disaster area, because if some man not see how serious the thing be, you know, will know the impact of waiting the people and they go through.
Right.
Hey, Papa God, we don't pray, we don't do all kind of things. The only thing we got to wait for now, and for let we act. Action. And if we're ready for act, God ready for help Salon, yeah? Right. But until we decide, say, that's where there, when we don't pay for 56 years, this trip, we say that's where they will not want to fail, God will help you to choose the right leadership.
Yes. All right. Yes, Betty, you want to add something?
Oh yes.
Yes. Before you add, Betty, once quickly. You know, me fam with them. We get open. We get for open the lines right now in case you wait watch you want for call in and add your own voice to waiting with the talk. You are welcome to call. Now the number waiting at the screen right now, 832-614-6242. And of course, if you're outside of United States, you get for that 0014 before you call that number. So you can call that number right now and you can add your voice. Yes, Betty, go ahead.
I just want to add to what Jesmed don't say. The people them for know now say the power for them country fine. Again, are we the people that we hand. Now we the people and we the elected government. And it don't reach a stage for let them begin look now say inside West Africa no more. From Guinea Conakry where they next door to we. So Banjul where Yaya Jame don't come out so. Things change day. People them now then cause that change day for happen. Una the salon people them. Una self una get that power there for una make like change happen that salon. We go better we all. But and let's go be there in a be opposite.
All right, I get a call to come in. Okay. Yes, Betty, just hold on a second. We get a caller on. Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening. I'm calling from France.
Okay. Yes. What's your name, please?
Jongo.
Jongo. Yes, Jongo. Welcome to Sherrick's Broadcast Network. You want to add your voice?
Yes. I want to add my own voice.
Right. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Jongo. Go ahead. Now for lower you the whosoever you watch we now for low the volume so we're not going to interfere.
Okay. First of all, waiting that happen at salon today, nothing will be done there happen nearly every year, but they will be then underestimate no more waiting be there happen is
Hello? Yes, would they hear you? Go ahead.
Yes, nothing way they go on every year in a salon, but we salon people they forget quick. I don't want to blame any government, but right now it's in happen at salon, nothing way get for continue for happen back. Where they consider their ill court road, then bomb, you see, and then King Tom, then post them they're not supposed. Who that they give the permits for building? Now the government saying they give. Then people they not go build house up there and they for nothing like so. Then give them permit. You see, for bill, majority of them, big money man, them build house there, you see. So long no blame government, but we the people them back for try for change salon. Now we no more going to do that, you see. Let God let people who don't die today, so may they so rest in peace. You know, easy anyway. That's a new word and no more.
Okay, thank you very much for calling in. You can hang up now, where you don't done, and continue for listening to. We appreciate you for your contribution. Right, Betty, go ahead. You can respond back to the caller we're calling. No problem. Hello, Betty.
Sorry, yes, are they with you?
Yes.
No, are they?
Okay, go ahead.
This way happy, so see the now an eye opener to the Salom people. As this last speaker Inca opine say not so the government involved. Again, right? I think so. But me, are they saying that the government involved because the government now responsible for the people. Now them all the structures they in place. We keep saying this. Why make things not go right? Because people then just believe say no more. When they get the right kind connection, they're not for conform to the law. So we the people, at the end of the day now we they suffer. Because the hospital and they, ambulance and they, sometimes driver they for the ambulance and they know they say. Or if the driver then they sometimes petrol or even they inside the ambulance then. And why make them see that they're happy?
Yeah, I bet you will get another caller. Just let me entertain some of the calls then. Yes, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, who is calling?
This is Abdullah Kaloga.
Okay, you calling from
Utah.
Okay, yes, go ahead. You're on the line. Go ahead.
Anybody, how not they do?
No problem. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Would they listen to you? You're there on the air.
I don't follow you for a very long time. Really, really appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Then I just want to take this opportunity for wish them people away, that people then died, or they God did them unless and when body the one they will left, they everything we could do at least for help them, at least as a Sierra Leonean.
Right.
My own contribution through education. Hello?
Yes, and they would listen.
And in a college and they take one class where they call about humanity. So we deal about Africa progress. So now some way I just say I invest in the way I will able to talk to you, the way you go able if you go able to implement an assignment.
Okay.
We discuss about how Africans they lose brain cells in Africa because most of the curriculum the world they do that the same that they do in Europe.
Right.
So and the way Europe they pay, they lost all our brains. Take for example, if somebody in a salon, a good doctor, then they get scholarship in Canada. How much did they pay now? You know, they go back to Africa, to go give invest. So if they stay there, so the people that they talk about how Africa for compete like the Chinese, we for emphasizing upon what we have the last system of education they for teachers like farming, like like waiting the importance of gold, diamond, because they need to teach us those things. Then they make we sell them for nothing. Somebody go just come, we don't value them because if you go to school, you ask anybody but what you know about gold or diamond, he go just tell you say na for make chain or na for fancy thing.
Okay.
But if they teach us the value, the value of them thing and day, we go all them thing and day into highest regard. Then again, one thing the
try for wrap up. You know, other people in the call. Okay.
Okay, this is my last point. He say Africa, no racist. Now make Africa they develop. Racism is there by stage, not to like for kill or this that. Racism about we not for allow people. We're not to Sierra Leone. We're not to Africa for just go so and go control anything in Africa. If Africa left them country for open like so, Africa not go ever because these people is just like we now. What can I have? Now we can make, we can invest there. So most of these people they go there for go save. They need to do nothing for what is it We get to
Okay.
make
Yeah. Okay. Somebody else they call. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. Somebody else they can call. Yes. Yes. Who is calling?
Hello?
Yes. Who did they call?
This is Lamrana from Boston.
Yeah. Lamnana, hold on small for we. Yeah. Stay on the line.
Okay.
And so, Mr. Suma, waiting me man talk just now. Waiting you think about that? You know, waiting you talk just now about everything we bring come inside.
Hello?
Well, there is some element of
The last
truth
man we talk,
in
you go hang up now. Yes, but Mr. Suma, go ahead.
Yeah, there is some element of truth in waiting the man talk because everything they hinge on education. Part of the challenges they face now for letting people understand say there is absolute need for change because of the high level of illiteracy.
Right.
Because if the people they understand, they're exposed to what they happen around the world around them. They're exposed to the development the way they happen in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Rwanda, and how then development and they happen within the past 20 or 30 years. Then we realize, say, yes, it is about now time for change. But the illiteracy now in a part of the hurdles we for overcome.
Right.
And worst of all, the very few that were educated, they all on sycophants.
Right.
Because we get a culture in the country where the best way for survive now for become Jeliba or Libele agents to politicians. The politics of Salon, they control not only the social, economic, and political.
All right. It looked like we don't lost all man back. Okay. I'm Lana. Yeah, we'll get for bring when man come back in, you know, because.
Hello?
Yes, Lamrana, go ahead. Go ahead and, you know, give you points. Yeah, we don't lost them, man, and go ahead and give you points. You hear me?
Okay. Yes, I hear you.
Yes.
I just want to say sorry to anybody who don't lost a family member in Sierra Leone. I mean, we had to go out to the. I'm glad for one back when I set up this broadcast now for get opinions and suggestions from other people and how to move forward. I mean, when natural disaster can reach everybody because we says been see what may happen now in America we then set up that FEMA program. So I'm glad one of my brothers say we forget NKT and Sierra Leone. But again, me not a politician, I don't know anything about politics. I just hope say no more we the people Sierra Leoneans, and we wake up more because anytime when something happen in life, you learn from experience, and especially what may happen now this Ebola program, but people being get sense how for you for wash your hand and something and but anyway we will learn from this as well. But I mean, I talked to one of my brother today. He tell me say some of them places and you get some chiefs and wait and then at places and where people instead of going through the government, they go through them chiefs and they for go talk to them and bribe and say, okay, I want this, I want that. Then bribe them chiefs and then chiefs and they give them permission, say go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. Now always for a good follow gets a picture of both sides before making a judgment. For I believe say for now, leave the blame game aside and just pray for the people because right now people go through sorrow. Lord, just pray for the people and we don't die right now. And where this thing pass, we will come together back and make sure say this thing, even if it happen again, because we'll not get control of natural disaster. Even if it happen again, how we will prevent any kind of casualty there. So me and I know I get for ad and I pray to God. They go sorry for them people and the people back where they listen to this, please. It's so disturbing for show them body there on Facebook. Because beginning the look we say as adults we look here. Very, very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
Thank you very much to everybody.
No
Bye.
problem. Mr. Saccoh, you want to respond to Lamrana we call from Boston just now?
Yes, sir. Mr. Lamrana, thank you very much for your contribution. Well, one say I'm sure we always be on this forum, including the host. We understand your sensitivity and the other people for say we not make a blame game, but Mr. Lamrana, sometimes certain situations and where you they respond, you they become evil. But after where everything simmer down, if people then take into consideration why you they come out and say what you they say, then go understand say the same love we then get for their country, now the same love you get, and the same sorrow way before them, now in before Yusuf. So therefore, we need people like Mr. Sheriff, Mr. Suma, Miss Foray, people that would then go voice their opinion out despite the circumstances or condition. Make them put out, say yes, this is what is going wrong in our country. Because this don't happen, we not for talk, then
we'll get a caller on the line. Just hold on, let Mr. Saccoh finish. Yes, go ahead.
We they do the service to we own nation. Service alone not of people for let you be minister, president. You go serve your nation where you dey lend your voice to things that way they benefit the masses of the country. Because sometimes you own word, somebody go come on that group where you go say, are they go do this because I don't hear Mr. Sheriff say something on in radio. It don't motivate me. Are they go do this because Mr. Suma don't say this or Miss Foray don't say this. Therefore, are they go do this? Inside America, most people have been motivated by 9/11 because of the disaster we happen in their country. People then go, then join the army, then go die for their country. A famous guy, I don't know if Mr. Sheriff know, but I don't know if Arizona I born. He a promising footballer and for pay millions of dollars.
Yes,
because of 9/11, he rejects the NFL. He say not come on a rich family, not poor family come on, but he rejects the NFL. They go wear uniform. They say they go fight for the country. So therefore, then kind heart them. Now we forget. And that caller we appreciate in your input. They're not wrong at all for in assumptions them, but we need for sacrifice for the country.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, the next caller there on the line. Where are you calling from?
I call from Maryland.
Maryland, right. Which name?
Lie today.
Okay, yes. You want to make a comment? Go ahead.
Yes. I just want to say thank you so much for your program. You know, you enlighten a lot of people. The only comment I have, I think, say, 56 years now, Salon not see no improvement. Nothing all day we will say we don't see with this SFPP and APC don't achieve what we're glad for. And I just feel say for the past maybe 20 years now, well 10 years now, for me and Escoma take over, this flooding thing don't get worse. Before when Momo been there, these things they not be they happen. It's just because when Anes take over, all the trees they don't cut them. The road, the planning, they don't care about the planning. Without them bribe, now they go build any side they want build. No drainage system, no there, and things getting worse. So for people for blame Anes or APC right now, I think that's kind of now they make the country to go backward because we get for call it is as the way things they happen. And I think Anes get this whole blame for this thing they going right now. The corruption is too much in the country. Anybody they do it in they want to do. Minister they thief all the money in the country. With people that they suffer, it's time for these two parties to go. Period. That's what I have to say.
Right. Thank you very much for calling in. We appreciate that. Of course, Mr. Saccoh, you go respond to that. Will you go towards the end of the broadcast? We therefore can close now. At least we don't get a lot of talkings don't go on, people that don't call in. So, Mr. Saccoh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The caller we're calling, we thank you very much for where you call into the sheriff's broadcast. And yes, and we thank we brother again since we can close for this kind national service, even though not the diaspora did, but now the whole world they listen to waiting in the broadcast and in the enlightening people. Then, yes, sir. The beginning of my statement are based on corruption and education. Then those are the two main important things. Then, where you see the first world today, America advance. The number one, now education. When you get education, people are informed, then they know what to do. But Don't forget, Sierra Leone at one time was called the Athens of West Africa. But today we did behind almost every nation. This is not a shame. Just last week, NPR radio announced Ghana will be the kind of Sierra Leone for can land, for get higher education, then launch a satellite. Ghana, first African country for launch satellite. Outside Sierra Leone, they teach the people that we go teach the Ghanaians. Outside them, today, Nigeria get how many universities? Then they train doctors. Sierra Leone, where you train, they send you, you go, there will never be a surgeon in Sierra Leone. You go Cameroon. Example, I go from the young fellow who died at the Ebola at the age of 42, Matia, the doctor, everybody know that Matia guy will die. Where they treat people in a Connaught hospital, then fly and kaya, when we charter plane, bring and kanaya. I go back in funeral. So that guy they go die not for nothing, no, but where them they read in biography. Now Cameroon you go study for be a surgeon, not to inside Sierra Leone. How come? Now corruption they cause this. Then they neglect certain things then for then your basic, then your necessity, then your luxurious necessity because not to basic. This is all. Mr. Jesmed just mentioned, say, where the president sick, not to salon in the day, because he doesn't trust the medical doctors, the Sierra Leoneans. He doesn't trust his universities and his colleges in Sierra Leone to touch him, to lay hands on him. He go fly, he go London, he go treat himself. He come back. Me and you, if they touch me, then go left neck inside Obele, now business. Now we own business now one day. So therefore, just like what you bring come up, corruption now one of the bedrock of Sierra Leone in downfall, and the neglect of education, it will crumble every year, it will go beyond. Every year it will go. If we not fix with educational system, not only corruption go loom more and more, but then with people then go they're not going to do nothing for themselves. We country go well. So I will stop there, Mr. Ibrahim.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Saccoh. I appreciate you, Mr. Jesmed, for the Mami Suma, and of course, Sister Betty Foray for our time today. Or join we now for talking about our country and everything where they go on there. We appreciate you. Of course, as we go along, things then get for they happen. We not they hope for let bad things happen, but at least we will bring when I can for let they continue for the talk on the issues here. Thank you very much, Mr. Saccoh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes, sir. And so, me family, now so we get for come end the program today from Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Of course, we all sympathize with people in Sierra Leone. The situation will happen very unfortunate in the country, and so we sympathize with people then back home. We hope say the one that we survive, then we able to get comfort, then we able for get cool hearts, and that they not go back outside, then get they're able for escape death. You know, this kind of situation is very sad, but according to all the speakers, it looked like say everybody they gear up to was finding a solution to this problem. And you see, what me see by this whole thing is that this flooding they happen every year. It don't happen for a couple of years now. Now, when stuff like this they happen, we know say now we get rainy season and dry season in the country. Those are the only two seasons in Sierra Leone. Waiting make those in position of leadership not go able for prepare the city for able for meet this kind of weather. You know, Sierra Leonean leadership is always in a reactionary mode. You know, will not ever be in a proactive mode. You know, wherein would they prevent a situation? Would they prevent catastrophe? Would they prevent things from happening? Would they always let sit down things happen? They will go now begin for react to them. I mean, we are so spoiled, we cannot do anything. So if this thing they happen every year, and at the end of the day, we're not able to find a solution for able to save the people. The responsibility, the fundamental responsibility of every government is to save the lives and property of the citizens. So if your government is not doing this for you, then what can you say? You know what I mean? Because this thing they happen every year. People then they die in flooding. You know everything. So there is no solution. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm just you know, I want to appreciate when I all for when I join with us so na Sherrick's Broadcast Network every weekend with the broadcast now, and when situation like this don't happen, when an emergency situation, we can broadcast one to one time. All right? So stick around. We're not close yet.
to my Sierra Leone, yeah. I know them two Congo side, no vex in the side, no more. Kusha, Cabo, let's party tonight. I don't know what they said I was here to do. I just wanna dance with you. See, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you. Let me love you forever.
Yeah, Bigly,
oh, yeah.
Welcome home Sierra Leone. Kushe, Cabo, my people, how now they do? It's been long time now. This your boy Bigly, Melvin, now we coming home soon. Let the bars start flying, let the wind start blowing hard, let the sun keep shining. Let me hear that sweet anthem from the nation. High we exalt thee, I'm a born free. Let's pray for a better good leader. We go come change things, get the people them cooler. Now we on another level, new page, good tone, green, white and blue, let's do it, huh? English is what I speak every day. Listen to the voice, listen to the sound, come dance to it. Man, I love you, Sierra Leone. If I die tonight, let my soul live with the people. I mean, yeah, I'ma coming home. I'ma come get blood, diamond and gold. I'ma come chill on the hillside and the seaside. Nice view, oh God, please protect Sierra. Now or never, come save us forever. I'm an African kid, Obi trying to lot, do the best things for his country. Oh God, bless us.
My sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah.
Welcome home, Melvin. Now the salon this with green, white, blue on it. Beautiful and nice people in it. Make a run, go get fly for this. Many fale, I'ma go and get fine for this. I know it's been long, but Sarah gonna like this. Oh yeah, Sarah gonna like this. Yeah.
Okay, Bigly, man don't yeah you. Die in my zone, I don't tell you. If I know can just let you. Trust me, nothing in me and you. Let's do what we gotta do for this green, white and blue. Let's talk it on the table. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love my green, white, and blue. My heart beats for you. I love you, I do. Yeah, yeah. I know it's been way too long, so I'm coming home to my Sierra Leone. Yeah. I know them two Congo sa. No vex me, not start no more. Couche, Cabo, let's party tonight. I don't know what they said I was here to do. I just wanna dance with you. See, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold
you.
Let me love you forever.
Yeah, Bigly,
Oh, yeah.
welcome home Sierra Leone. Couche, Cabo, my people, how now they do? It's been long time now. This your boy Bigly, Melvin. Now we coming home soon. Let the bars start flying. Let the wind start blowing hard. Let the sun keep shining. Let me hear that sweet anthem from the nation. How we exalt thee. How me born free. Let's pray for a better good leader. We go come change things. Give the people them cooler. Now we on another level. New page, good ton, green, white and blue. Let's do it, huh? English is what I speak every day. Listen to the voice, listen to the sound, come dance to it. Man, I love you, Sierra Leone. If I die tonight, let my soul live with the people. I mean, yeah, I'ma coming home. I'ma come get blood, diamond and gold. I'ma come chill on the hillside and the seaside. Nice view, oh God, please protect Sierra. Now or never, come save us forever. I'm an African kid, Obi trying to lot, do the best things for his country. Oh God, bless us.
My sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah.
Welcome home, Melvin. Now the saloon is with green, white, blue on it. Beautiful and nice people in it. Make a run, go get fly for this. Many fillet, I'ma go and get fine for this. I know it's been long, but Sarah gonna like this. Oh yeah, Sarah gonna like this. Yeah.
Okay, Bigly, man don't get you. Die in my zone, I don't tell you. If I know can just let you. Trust me, nothing in me and you. Let's do what we gotta do for this green, white and blue. Let's talk it on the table. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever.
Oh, shout MKMTR.
Yes, me famudem. We want to say plenty thank you to Big Lee and Melvin for doing green, white and blue. Of course, Sierra Leone is our country. We will continue for love our country, no matter what's happen in our country. Sierra Leone is our country, and we will continue to love that country. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now so we get for end the broadcast for tonight. And of course, one for tell una plenty thank you for everything. If you like waiting, we don't do Naya so today. Of course, we're going to continue for the do this. It's because of the suggestions, the comments then we want to make na in the app we for improve on waiting what they do. So if you like waiting what they do Naya so we ask that you make a generous donation to we, and of course how you can do that donation, you can donate to we na sbnetworks.net. Of course, when you go to that page, you will see the donation button. Of course, you can even click on them and securely donate to we anything. We're not force anybody for donate to we, but in case you feel like what you don't present nothing where you like, and of course, you can donate to we securely, So feel free to do that. All right? And so that's all we get for end broadcast for today, and of course we want to tell una plenty thank you for una time and everything. I want to say thank you very much to Mr. Jesmed for the Suma, Mr. Jesmed for the Mami Suma, of course Miss Betty Foray, and of course Mr. Lansana Saccoh. One for tell una plenty thank you for una able for provide una time, make una self available for being panelists and also today for talk on the issues. And of course we also appreciate the callers that we call in and profile their views on the situation at Sierra Leone. With the hope say Mama Salome go walk out of this strongly, that God go continue for protect the country, and that people are not go able for go through the kind bad situation, bad experiences where they go through. All right, and so with the broadcast every weekend, but when emergency things that happen in the country, the broadcast immediately. And so now that make sure they ask for your generous donation so that we're able to get people in live on the ground at Freetown with the report to we. All right, people in day we want for help for able for expand on what we do, but they want for see first waiting we go do as Sierra Leoneans. So once more, thank you very much, Mina Ibrahim Sheriff. Namina you host today for the show. And for telling you plenty, thank you once more.